All right, hey guys, Mr. Matysich here, and welcome to class, I guess. So what I need you to do today is get your textbook. You should have got the Algebra 2 textbook, and make sure it says Volume 1 on the bottom. You might have gotten Volume 2 whenever you picked up your stuff last week. If you got Volume 2, definitely let me know so we can get you the right textbook. So anyhow, get the textbook up, open it up, and we're going to start here, Activity 1.1, which is on page M1-9. So yeah, get there and we'll get our Algebra 2 learning started. Let me kind of walk you through this. So the first week is really just going to be all about patterns, and we've got a pattern here that we're working with. This flooring company has a customer named Mr. Rivera, and he wants a pattern of tiles that kind of look like this. So they alternate, they go from black and then black, white, gray. So our first question, or kind of like directive, is to describe these patterns. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'm just going to annotate this page. I think it might be the easiest way. So one pattern, of course, that's already given to us was, hey, we're going from a black color to a white color and then to gray. So obviously, if we kept that pattern going, Mr. Rivera would want it to go back to black and then to white and then to gray. So that's all well and good. There's some other patterns here, of course, as well. Hopefully you notice, like, we got 1 by 1 right here. Those are the dimensions of that very first square. And then this one, they go 3 for the length, right? And then here they go 3. So we got 1 by 1, 3 by 3, and in this design, we jump up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go 5 by 5. So there's some patterns definitely evolved from there. We've got squares every time, which makes our life a lot easier. What else do we have? You see the length maybe of the bottom of this? That's something you might consider. The length increases by 2 for each design, going up by 2 for the length, 2 for the width because it's a square. Right, so he's getting some tiles put in for his room. He wants it to look like this. So we might want to consider something else, is how many tiles is he actually using? This is actually a pretty decent kind of side note here. One thing that I would certainly recommend is make a table for your situation. So let's make a table real quick. I'll erase some of this stuff. That doesn't look very good, but it's okay. Go back to draw. So our table, right? We've got this design, and then we're going to make in this the number of tiles. And tables really help with a lot of the stuff that you're going to do in Algebra 2. So hey, in his first design number 1, we used a whopping 1 tile. Design number 2, remember it's a square, so we can find how many tiles there are pretty easily. 3 by 3, so he's going to have, of course, 9 tiles. Design number 3, he would have 5 by 5, so 25 tiles. We could keep this pattern going. We're obviously running out of room, but jot whatever notes you want down right here. The patterns make things pretty easy, right? Like design 4, I know that there's going to be a 7 down here, right? It's going to be 7 by 7 because we already said the number of sides is increasing by 2. So that would make this 49 tiles. That's going to make questions involving this stuff a lot easier to answer. So the sooner you start thinking about patterns and how they are created and what's really happening, you're going to have a much easier time in Algebra 2. So here, let me clear all of that. And let's work on question 2 now. Sketch a design for a square floor that is 9 by 9. Should be easy enough to do here. Let's make sure that they just gave us the right amount of room. So if we went down here, we should get from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So we'll start right in the middle. And he wanted his first design to be fully shaded in. Then it was white, so we'll skip a tile. And then he wanted it to be gray. I can make that one a different color. Maybe I should just make this one black, right? Probably makes more sense. Black, white, and then gray. I don't really have a gray, so we'll just go with red. All right, and then that pattern's going to start repeating. So we went from black to white to gray, back to black, and then to white again. So I think like working outward like this is probably a pretty easy thing to do. Now you can just shade in everything else, and I'll just let you do that all on your own. I think that's probably the easiest way to go about it. Let's move on to one more question here. Something that's probably going to help you out for the assignment that you do today. So a hotel manager wants the flooring company to use the same design as they did for Mr. Rivera. So the design was where they go from black to white to gray. The lobby measures 45 feet by 45 feet. So we're talking about a much bigger room here. He wants the outer edge to be the same color as the center tile. Will this occur? So like what we just did, we went through, I think, 4 or 5 designs, and the outer color was white. I didn't bother shading that in. So 45 by 45. Go back to what we were saying earlier with all of our patterns, and there's a lot going on. So for Miriam's flooring company, we're going to go black, white, gray. Is the outer edge going to be the same as the center tile? So we want the outer edge to be black, and we want 45 feet for the edge of this thing. Okay, so I think probably a good thing would be starting here. Remember our designs, how they related to the length. So a new table, we're not doing the total number of tiles, we're going design to the length. So the first design, our length was 1. The second design, the length of just one of the sides of that new square was 3. Third design, it was 5. Okay, so hopefully you guys see where I'm kind of getting with this. We want to continue this and try to get all the way to 45. We want the length of that room to be 45 feet. So if you think about it, right, we're really needing to add 44 tiles to the length here. So I'm going to just pretend I continue this table, and my length of the tile is 45 feet. My length of the whole design is 45. So what design is going to get you there? If I want to try to do this on your own, you could take it through, do the table all the way. Maybe try and think about the relationships that's happening here. Just remember, it goes up by 2 every time. And how many times did we go up by 2? Distance between 1 and 45 is 44. We're going up by 2, so that must have happened 22 times, which puts us at design 23. My explanation on that might not have been as clear as possible, but I encourage you to try to come up with that on your own. Again, you can use the patterns, you can make an equation. So another relationship here, again, just thinking algebraically, is if you were to double this number, you get 4, take 1 away, you get 3. Double 3, you get 6, take 1 away, you get 5. So that's one more relationship here. If I do 2 times the design number and subtract 1, I get the length of our design, the length of all the tiles put together. So just to verify this, we can go 2 times 23 and then subtract 1. So that's very much just an expression, totally standard algebra. 2 times 23 is 46. Take 1 away, and that's a very good sign. We get 45. So now we want to know what is going to be the color of that edge. So we know we got to go all the way to design 23. So here's another thing that we need to do. Let me get rid of all this for now. So design one, and then color. I'm just going to make another table. I feel like tables are easy visuals. First design, the color is black. Second design, the color is white. Third design, the color is supposed to be gray. Fourth design, the outer edge is going to end up being black. Okay, so continue this table. You can go all the way to, again, we said design 23, and then that will be the answer to your question. What color are you getting here? I'm going to let you do that one all on your own, and this is going to be your discussion question for the day. So watch the video, answer this question, and let's see what you come up with. Is the answer to this yes or no? Is the answer going to be the outer edge is black, white, or gray? If it's black, then everything's good to go, because that's what they were wanting, right? They want the center tile to match the outer edge of their design. That's going to do it for this kind of activity. I'm going to post one more video today that explains another situation. It's a little bit more involved, but it actually, I think, makes more sense. So anyhow, that's going to do it for this video. Watch the next video, do the discussion question, and then you can work on your assignment for the day. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording now. See you in class.